So this should be all the preparation necessary to go into Vardal. Eventually, I was able to arrange for Duster to participate in the expedition to the ruins of Vardal. So Viren and Duster agreed to help.
Viran I Duster zgodzili się nam pomóc.
Doskonale. Jesteśmy coraz bliżej odzyskania rozjemcy. Adanos naprawdę musi nad nami czuwać. Wygląda na to, że mamy już wszystko, czego potrzebujemy. To jak? Jesteś gotowy?
Not yet. Let me talk to Riordan.
Są na to duże szanse.
How's that for Voltzak and Vardal? Whatever the hell that means.
Jak to jest z tym Wolfzak i Wardal?
Tobie też to sprawia problem, co? Właściwie, tak jak większości mieszkańców Archolos. Miejsce to od dawien dawna nazywano twierdzą Wardal. Niegdyś urzędował w nim jeden z najbardziej osławionych generałów Wilczych Synów, pokonany dopiero przez myrtańskich najeźdźców. Według podań, Wardal wybudowano, by chronić legendarny grobowiec Wolfzaka, pierwszego władcy Archolos, znajdujący się głęboko pod ziemią tego półwyspu. W ten sposób oddano mu cześć oraz zabezpieczono wielkie skarby, jakie zgromadził podczas swoich podbojów. Dlatego dzisiaj mamy ruiny Wardal i ruiny Wolfzaka, a w domyśle ruiny twierdzy i ruiny grobowca. Słowa te nawet dzisiaj wywołują strach wśród mieszkańców wyspy, głównie ze względu na straszny los, jaki spotkał ostatnich obrońców twierdzy.
Okay. How you doing?
Co słychać?
Ktokolwiek wzniósł tę warownię, musiał władać potężną magią. Spójrz tylko, jak równo ociosane są te kamienie.
Or it was made with out of an engine that was built in 2000. Actually, it was started in what, 97? So it's really old computer graphics is why they're so evenly hewn.
Nic się w tej sprawie nie zmieni.
All right, well, let's go.
Nie ma
Let's see what
czasu do
happens.
stracenia. Ruszajmy.
Najpierw porozmawiaj z Riordanem. Drzwi do grobowca nadal pozostają zamknięte.
So the Vardal Underground. All preparations are complete. Before I talk to Riordan about opening the gates, I should make sure I don't have any errands to run on the island. There's no telling if I'll ever have the opportunity to take care of them again. Well, I obviously have no open quests. Riordan has moved inside. Put the puzzle piece in the thing. Let's go.
Ruszajmy.
Dobrze. W takim razie umieść kamienny klucz we wrotach i idź przodem. Zbiorę resztę i będziemy zaraz za tobą. Niech Adanos ma nas w swojej opiece.
So this is almost certainly going to be a load screen, isn't it? And they'll just follow me after I load. Once more into the breach. I'm inside, only Enos knows what we'll find here. Time to move forward carefully. Is this going to be a Night of the Raven style where everyone is going to be ahead of me, and then how did you guys get here before I did? Maybe not. Oh. One shot the skeletons. There's a zombo creeping around too. It's pretty dark in here. There it goes.
Niczego tu nie znajdę. Nie ma czego plądrować.
Nothing to plunder. Yeah, it's starting to feel like maybe learning the first circle of magic would have been a smarter thing than spending 30 learning points on 10 strength.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Only to have that light spell. Oh, here they come. Look at that.
To miejsce jest większe niż by można było przypuszczać. Miałeś dobry plan, żeby zabrać ze sobą trochę ludzi i sprzętu. Widzicie to miejsce? Tam rozbijemy nasz obóz. Kto wie, ile przyjdzie nam tu zostać. Strawa, ogień i zmiany wart to nasze priorytety. Marvin, chodź za mną. Musimy oczyścić teren.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Nothing to be had there. Probably a chasm of death. Oh. What's happening? Headless skeletons beating me with their feet. How you holding up, Kessel?
Te szkielety są tak spróchniałe, że nawet od lagi by się połamały. Pomyśl, jak miło będzie je ciąć lśniącym rozjemcą.
Do you think these are all skeletons?
Myślisz, że to już wszystkie szkielety?
Wszystkie? Mogę się założyć, że całe ruiny są wypełnione dziesiątkami. Ale może w promieniu najbliższych kilku metrów nie czai się już żadne niebezpieczeństwo.
Powinniśmy zawołać pozostałych i zacząć transportować nasze towary.
Racja, im szybciej rozpalimy ognisko i wystawimy warty, tym lepiej.
Oh, that was... Alright. Duster carrying a keg of something. Oh, did someone just die? I didn't really get a good look at that. Like, I blinked. Wow.
Cholera, to byli dobrzy ludzie. Jesteśmy poddawani naprawdę ciężkiej próbie. Ale nie możemy teraz zrezygnować. Wszyscy byliśmy przygotowani na to, że sprawy mogą się tak potoczyć. Teraz najważniejsze, by ich ofiara nie poszła na marne. Musimy jak najszybciej dostać się do skarbca i zdobyć rozjemcę. Każda minuta tutaj to dodatkowe niebezpieczeństwo. Podczas gdy reszta transportowała towary, udało mi się znaleźć jakiś przycisk przy jednym z piedestałów z posągiem. Może to jakiś mechanizm otwierający kraty.
Okay, but like, literally everyone is dead? Oh, okay. I was like, how did we only have... Where even is Riordian? Like, it looked like to me like it was Duster, Varen, and then somebody in leather armor, possibly another worker. I'm which might have been Lowell or Nero or Murgle or whoever the two miners were. There's a couple of dead guys across the way. I don't think I can acrobatics my way across that ledge. And Riordan, meanwhile, is not anywhere visible on this side of the chasm.
Nic tu nie ma. Nie ma czego plądrować.
So how is the
Jak
morale?
morale?
Będę się czuł znacznie pewniej przy swoich osełkach. Ostra broń będzie tu kluczowa.
Spent all that time bringing miners and carpenters and people to supervise work in, and they died like before they did anything except move crates in. And where the hell is Riordan? Like, seriously. How do you stand being in this cursed
Jak
place?
znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
To miejsce jest ogromne, ale wiem, że Adanos doprowadzi nas do celu naszej wyprawy.
The music isn't bad either. It's kind of slightly optimistic almost. Until you get to this just droning percussion and stuff.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
How do you stand being in this cursed place?
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Nie wiem co gorsze. Front czy to przeklęte miejsce? Mam tylko nadzieję, że chociaż tutaj nie spotkamy orków.
Well, there'll be worse things than orcs in here. There might even be demons? Animated golems? Who knows? How do you stand being in this cursed place?
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Kroczę w korytarzach moich praojców, ale przyznam ci z bólem serca, że nie czuję się tu ani trochę jak w domu.
Ej, ty!
How's the morale?
Jak morale?
Całe to zniszczenie. I pomyśleć, że zdolni do tego byli najwierniejsi słudzy Inosa.
Aren't you scared?
Nie boisz się?
Bać się? Może trochę, ale wierzę, że tak w dużej grupie poradzimy sobie z każdym zagrożeniem.
I mean, we just lost like 6 people. Half of our expedition died. Maybe we lost 7, because I don't... Where is Riordan? I don't know. Alright, well, that's the switch, I guess, that Kessel was talking about. There's another switch over there. Is this door open? Oh, okay. Everyone is alive. It sure looked to me like people were crossing the bridge at the moment that the boulder fell. So I was convinced that people had died. And then the fact that this door was closed made me think that they were just nowhere around. Well, I'm glad to see that they survived. This begs the question, though. Who are those dead corpses across the way? Are those just zombie corpses? Must be. So, Miro, how's the morale?
Jak morale?
Nie najgorsze. Wydrążenie tych tuneli musiało trwać latami. Spójrz na te ściany.
How about you, Nibble?
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Byle tylko nic nas już nie próbowało tu zabić. A jakoś sobie damy radę.
Yeah, I don't know
Hey.
about that. How's the morale?
Jak morale?
Cholera. A miałem nadzieję, że chociaż tutaj nie będziemy musieli naprawiać żadnego mostu.
Yeah, y'all might want to start building a bridge to get back.
Jak morale?
Po tym zawalonym moście nie mam zamiaru ryzykować, że od wybuchu prochu cały sufit runie nam na głowę. Będziemy musieli zostać przy tradycyjnych metodach.
Ej, ty. Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Teraz najgorsza praca spadnie na nas! Durny most!
Marcus, how's the morale?
Jak morale?
Rozbijajmy ten obóz i bierzmy się za szukanie skarbów. Nie mam zamiaru wyjść stąd z pustymi rękami.
I mean, if all of these crates are things that we brought in, that is a buttload of supplies. I'm, like, really impressed, actually. Meanwhile, do I have any supplies, or have they been removed from my inventory to be represented by these crates? Well, I hope that the supplies I gathered are going to play a mechanical role in the gameplay and not just be decoration.
Ej, ty. Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Gdy jeszcze pływałem po morzach Myrtany, naoglądałem się śmierci marynarzy. Ale człowiek chyba nigdy się do tego nie przyzwyczaja.
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Niech Adanos spojrzy łaskawym okiem na tych dwóch nieszczęśników. Ledwo dotarliśmy do środka, a już ponieśliśmy straty.
Two unfortunates. So two people did die.
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Niech Adanos spojrzy łaskawym okiem na tych dwóch nieszczęśników.
Who died? I had two carpenters, two miners, two supervisors. Kessel brought Hunter and a blacksmith. And then I brought 4 warriors. So who are those 2 that died? Like, am I forgetting someone? Or are these, like, literal Star Trek red shirts? Workforce. That's not it. Trained people? I don't know who... I don't know who died. Like, I'm either completely blanking on who else I brought on this expedition, or the game invented 2 players out of thin air to die. So I am extremely confused about all of this. And for instance, if I reload to pre-Varadol and look around the camp, who am I going to be missing? Dismas and Worker?
Trzeba uważać, co się komu mówi.
Każdemu jest ciężko.
Alright, well, 2 characters that I don't think I had any say in bringing on died, and one of them is effectively a red shirt with no name, so... Not the most dramatic thing to happen. Press the right switch.
Nic się nie wydarzyło.
Nothing happened. Press the left switch. Now the gate opens.
Doskonale. Wiedziałem, że sobie z tym poradzisz. Sprawdź, co znajduje się głębiej w tych ruinach, ale nie oddalaj się zbytnio. Przede wszystkim postaraj się rozświetlić okolice. Ciemno to jak w tyłku kretoszczura. Ja pomogę opanować naszych ludzi i dołączę do ciebie.
I just want to listen to the music for a second. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's optimistic, but it's like somewhat soothing almost. Like gargoyles, are these things gonna come to life? I reached a room that looks like the main hall. Practically no rays of light reach here. I should light the surrounding torches, otherwise I won't even notice the threats attacking me. At the same time, I will know where I have already been. Sure. So when you take the torch away, it is literally pitch black. That's kind of a cool detail. I see skeletons. Skeleton wolf son. That's the only one I can target. Some decent looking armor. Oh. Come at me, bro. I'm getting close to a level up. So I was seeing something here. I was only targeting the wolf son, but there was like a ghost. So what does this say? We need to find some way to open these big gates. Maybe I can find something useful in one of the side corridors. Well, that was going to be my plan. Oh, goodness.
Znalazłem cię wreszcie. Udało nam się rozstawić ze sprzętem i w końcu można zjeść coś ciepłego. Musimy wrócić do obozu, przeanalizować naszą sytuację i zaplanować co dalej. Będziesz też mógł dobrać się do części naszych zapasów. Całe szczęście nie wszystko spadło w przepaść albo zostało po drugiej stronie.
Let me look around.
Zaraz do was wrócę. Chciałbym się jeszcze trochę rozejrzeć.
Jak tam uważasz, ale bądź ostrożny. Nie możemy sobie pozwolić na utratę kolejnych ludzi.
Apparently, Kelsey and the others managed to set up camp. I should get back there as soon as possible and figure out what to do next. Is it at all possible that they could die in my absence? Like, are there gonna be, Moira orcs crawling up the walls to assassinate them while I'm, out here exploring? Now we got this piano stuff going on. Strange poem. They can see you, but you see them not. Shadowed figures make your mind blot. Dream invading, vision making, always trotting with eyes gaping. Whispering, scrabbling, watching you. Look behind, they are stone anew. Don't you dare to take a nap, else you'll fall into a trap. That's kind of spooky. I guess I should double check what these journal entries were. These were found outside of Vardal in like the Cursed Woods. But despite a pack of wolves following our trail, we made it to the gates of Vardal without much difficulty. Barthos spoke the truth about the size of this fortress. Before fire and time turned it into ruins, it must have been impressive. I helped Karen set up camp in case the beasts crossed the bridge. We won't take a step further today. Besides, we have to wait for Savinus and the rest of the tools anyway. I'm the one standing guard today. I just hope it doesn't rain and that there is some wine left in the bottle. It only took a moment's inattention for wolves to sneak into the camp in the middle of the night. Damn beast, we should have dealt with them long ago if Ioris hadn't been sitting with her nose in those useless books. The animals bit Karen, but to my eye, he'll lick it up. He's a tough guy. In the morning, Savinus returned and brought the rest of the tools for building the footbridge to the other side of the ravine. He also brought something like a key that will help us open the gates to the fortress. I wonder how he plans to do that. Thanks to Adonos for having some of that wine left. I feel like I'll still need it. The night before last, I didn't sleep very well. I drifted from side to side for a couple of hours, and when I did manage to fall asleep, I was awakened by nightmares different from my usual ones. In them, I walked down a dark hallway toward the light, but with each step I took further, the light got further and further away. Finally, I felt someone's cold touch on me. I turned abruptly and saw behind me dozens of black figures stretching out clawed hands toward me. Some of them had burned faces. I guess the proximity of the ruins and the tales I had heard were starting to do the trick. So that doesn't sound explicitly like we're describing anything inside the ruins, because these guys should have all been... I found all those long before it got inside. But that note was talking like things are watching you. You see eyes or whatever, and somewhere standing over here I saw a very dark, well maybe it was over here. There was someone, like a very dark shadowy figure. This talk of stuff turning to stone might indicate like something to do with these gargoyles, possibly. So, yeah. I don't know how far any of these these side paths are going to take me. I don't really want to explore too far away from base camp right now. But it would be nice to get an idea of what the surrounding layout is, at least.
Nic tu nie ma.
Boy, this room gives me Halls of Irdorath vibes. I found large rocks in a room that looked like an old training hall. There seems to be another passage behind them. Maybe Duster could help me with that.
Nie ma czego plądrować. Nic tu nie ma.
Day 5, huh? Okay. this is a continuation of everything else. Where is day 4? Found it by the Fortress of Ardal. There shouldn't be any pages left under the fortress. So day 5. We found Savinus, or should I say whatever's left of him. What could have happened to this poor fellow? Eoris thinks that Karen got rid of him and wanted to take his share of the treasure, but I don't believe that. I didn't let him out of my sight. I've been telling Savinus to be careful on the way back from the town. Maybe someone followed him? We buried him and went to one of the further chambers where we set up another camp. Everyone's sad and tired, but we can't give up now. Eoris says she knows the way to the tomb, but all she does is stare at those books. I hope she comes up with something smart. Karen set up snares and lit torches for the night. I told him to take a rest. I will stand on watch tonight. There's no chance I'll get any sleep after all this. Is this statue staring at me, or am I going crazy? So this guy died facing this one. What the hell is my journal talking about? I found large rocks in the room that looked like an old training hall. There seems to be another passage behind them. Rocks. Is this the correct journal entry? Like, oh, okay, here it is. This chamber has been blocked. Okay. Wake up! See, the soundtrack in here just alternates between, like, spooky, ominous, creepy horror stuff and somewhat, like, tranquil, soothing, peaceful music. There's that one that I have explored. Let's see what's over here. We got a skeleton warrior. Like, honestly, I think at this point I'd prefer everyone else just stay back and let me do all the work. Because I can handle all this stuff, no problem. I would prefer that no one get in my way or risk themselves dying or anything else crazy happening. Journal page. Day 2? There's a day 2? Oh dear. Because like these things, they barely dent my health. I've got 1637. They're doing a minimum 5 points of damage to me. I am almost literally untouchable.
Niczego tu nie
I
znajdę.
would like to loot the sword, please. Apparently we have different sets of days for inside and outside. So what does day 2 say? From inside. I slept surprisingly well, and luckily those nightmares haunted me no more. All my bones are hurting though. In time, I will have to get used to this cold. Wait a minute, these are day 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind. I thought it was just journal 1, journal 2, but We got 2 sets of days. I slept surprisingly well, and luckily those nightmares haunted me no more. All my bones are hurting, though. In time, I will have to get used to this cold. We had some miserable mush for breakfast. The locals call it a fisherman's cauldron. I don't know what the innkeeper added into his pot, but on Corinthus they serve better food than in this rat hole. Savina said some bullshit that the statues were placed differently yesterday. The guy is afraid, but it's no wonder why. He stood behind the counter and sold trash for most of his life. Karen picked up all the snares he set up for the night. It looks like not even rats live here. On one hand, it can be a good thing. On the other, we have to save provisions for the journey home. So the statues are like moving and stuff. Which statues are we referring to? Is it these gargoyles out here? Let me ignite this to indicate that I have explored that way. Skelly Mage! Ding!
Nic tu nie ma.
Or also the statues moving, talking about these guys.
Nic tu nie ma.
Skelemage with magic ore shards. Underwater breathing potion. What do you know? We got this flooded chamber. And I just correctly predicted that there was a possibility of needing an underwater breathing potion for a flooded chamber. Stay. What did I pick up? 4? Finally, fortune smiled on us. One of the corridors led us to a chest full of trinkets. I had a fight with Karen. The guy demanded an additional reward for showing us the direction to the treasure chamber. He forgot, though, that it was me who found this place. I made sure that each of us got equally rewarded. I took a golden sword and a dagger. Bioris got a chest with crystals and some scrolls, and Karen grabbed a belt, necklace, and some rings. There are 2 bags of gold left for Savinus, but he disappeared somewhere, not that it surprises me much. Alright, so this one leads to where exactly and how far away? The lower crypt on the west side seems to be flooded. Maybe if I dive in, I can find something useful. That was certainly going to be my plan. As of right now, I don't see any secret tunnels. Can't open these coffins. But there is a guard's greatsword, whatever that is. And a lightning rune, and the camera does let me see inside. Unintentionally, there are skeletons in here. So underwater, one of the crypts, I found a large, unusual sword. Perhaps Riordan can tell me something about it? Can't open my inventory right now, though. And I may have bubble glitched myself. Bubble glitch. Well, that means it's time for a save and load. Alright, spooky noise. Nothing looks to me like any skeletons have, not skeletons, but statues have shifted position. This is the smithy that I've already been inside. Thought I heard something land on the ground, but I apparently neglected to light that torch. So what was over here? Training room with new skeletons. Did this guy drop in literally? Oh, he got one shot.
Nic tu nie ma.
I wonder if he would have done any significant damage to me. There's that. Across the way. Blacksmith, or smithy, training room, storage room. This is where we gotta send the miners to start hacking that rubble out of the way. And then this one is the flooded room with the weird guard sword, which is 70 damage, not a whole lot, but it's a decorated sword from the tomb. It may come in handy later. Kind of a neat looking sword though. The model looks familiar. That might be reused from Gothic 1 or 2. So how's everybody doing back here? You haven't, like, gotten stir crazy in my absence, have you?
Jak widzisz, miejska tawerna to nie jest, ale myślę, że pomoże nam to przetrwać najbliższe kilka dni, które przyjdziemy tu spędzić. Jest tu miejsce, żeby odpocząć i zjeść coś ciepłego. Wiele więcej nie zdążyliśmy przygotować. Jeśli masz jakieś pomysły, co można jeszcze tu postawić, to porozmawiaj z robotnikami. O ile wystarczy im materiałów, to z pewnością szybko to przygotują.
Okay. What about the way back?
Co z drogą powrotną?
Budowa przeprawy, która utrzyma nas wszystkich, pewnie trochę zajmie. Po ostatnich wydarzeniach nikt nie zamierza ryzykować przechodzenia nad tą przepaścią po byle kładce. Materiałów nie ma zbyt wiele, dlatego jeśli tylko znajdziesz coś wytrzymałego, to zawołaj chłopaków, by sprowadzili to do obozu.
Any advice?
Jakieś rady?
Nie bez powodu wzięliśmy ze sobą tylu wykwalifikowanych pracowników. Jeśli napotkasz na swojej drodze coś, z czym sam sobie nie poradzisz, możesz w każdej chwili wrócić do obozu i poprosić kogoś o pomoc.
Co powinienem teraz zrobić?
No co, już zapomniałeś? Naszym głównym celem jest odnalezienie rozjemcy. Legendy opowiadają,
Legends tell of it is
w
ability.
najżarliwszym sporze. Nawet jeśli to tylko pogłoski, to samo odnalezienie miecza z pewnością nakłoni przesądnego przeora do zajęcia się tematem lichwiarza. Musimy zbadać całe to miejsce. Rozjemca z pewnością jest dobrze ukryty. Rozglądaj się dokładnie. To miejsce pewnie aż roi się od pułapek.
Well, so far I haven't stepped in any. What can you teach me? Just
Wygląda więc na
crossbow?
to, że będę musiał zadbać o to, byś umiał sobie poradzić ze wszystkim, co może nas czekać w tych ruinach.
Teach me.
Ucz mnie.
Ucz mnie. Oh, okay. He's got crossbows, bows, strength, dexterity. That's good to know. So Caramon.
Chcę potrenować.
W takim razie bierzemy się do roboty.
Is he gonna be of any use to me training wise? Because I think I was previously at his limit. But I could bring him with me if I wanted to. Teach me.
Ucz mnie.
Zobaczmy, co potrafisz.
Two-handed. He wants money while we're in here, though. A bit. Little sketch.
Hej.
We're kind of in this together right now.
Ucz mnie.
Ucz mnie. Strength. I've reached his limit like a long time ago, I thought. So what do you have for me? Let's teach me.
Ucz mnie.
Jasne.
Okay. He also wants money. Kanzak. Let's start training.
Ucz mnie.
Jasne.
Strength, mana, two-handed. Okay. I got some boots. And there's a treasure chest, from which I can loot all of these supplies. About time to open the package. So what, I can open all of these and get whatever's inside. Package from the mercenaries. Wrapped in paper with Merchant's Guild symbols. A small card is pinned to the side. Someone had to get it here instead of me. So how did this make it here if I didn't pick it up? Still over there. Why don't I open that one? See if I can. Package from the mercenaries. Elixir of life. Extended speed potion. Essence elixir list of what? Oh god. Letter from the mercenaries. The note included in the package was someone delivered to our stock in the tomb. Marvin, we've heard that you're preparing for some major expedition. Most of us still remember the days when you were a rookie runner. You achieved so much and we could always count on you. You weren't afraid to defend our interests, but you could also use your head to save us all some work. Guys and I chipped in a little to help you with more than just kind words. In the package you will find a few items that should be useful. Enough reading gets work. You are to return to the Guild's trading post with some decent trophies and tales of your deeds. Signed, friends from the Merchant's Guild. So it looked like it was all just potions, really. Let me just break these open. I'm not going to need these anymore. Pearl. Large silver nugget. I saw this one. I think the rest of them were all just potions.
Hey, ty.
Okay, he'll teach me master lockpicking. I am an advanced lockpick.
Hej.
How's the morale?
Jak morale?
Nie najgorsze. Wydrążenie...
Yep. Okay, Riordan set up a alchemy table. We've got another anvil. Marcus is
Hej, ty.
tanning leather. What can you teach me?
Możesz...
Odkąd Ramsey nas wyrzucił, sporo trenowałem. Jeśli masz złoto, to chętnie cię czegoś nauczę.
Ucz mnie. Nauczysz?
Pewnie.
Sure.
Nie
Except
mogę
not.
cię...
Dobrze, że jesteś. Chciałem ci tylko powiedzieć, że udało nam się posegregować większość z dostarczonych zapasów. Wszystko możesz znaleźć w skrzyniach wokół kolumny. Weź tyle, ile potrzebujesz.
Did I come across a riddle? Is it...
Ucz mnie.
What?
Natrafiłem na jakąś zagadkę.
Oh, okay.
Znalazłem ten dziwny miecz.
Tak, to zdecydowanie wygląda jak klucz od jakiegoś mechanizmu. Będziesz musiał teraz poszukać odpowiedniego otworu, by go wykorzystać. Może gdzieś w pobliżu wrót?
Sure. Where should I start looking for a pacemaker for my heart?
Jakieś pomysły, gdzie zacząć poszukiwania rozjemcy?
Według starych zapisków, miecz ten był uważany za jeden z największych skarbów tego rodu. Podobno był wręcz otoczony czcią. Myślę, że powinieneś się rozglądać za czymś w rodzaju skarbca lub świątyni.
Yeah, I just have to find one of those first. Scroll writing table. So I guess if I just open up all of these, right, like... I can just get all of the supplies? Is there any reason that everyone else would want to have access to these? These are provisions from Bastion. Bunch of cooked recipes, some raspberries and apples. Bevan's honey box. It is awfully sticky. 24 honey, some honey cookies, and a recipe. Package from Dima. Should be full of magic scrolls. Ice block, ice wave, wind fist, awakened golem, light. Leftover food from Ernesto, given to me from the kindness of his heart. It is very light. Fish fillet with king sorrel. That's not bad. That might be the mana one. So here's Larry's pouch. I got this back. Never opened it. Provisions from Helga. Snapperweed oysters, fisherman cauldron, fish chops. Recipe for more food. Equipment from the charcoal burners. Torch and coal. Makes sense. Herschlick's potion chest. Pure life, pure mana, health regen, mana regen, and elixir of strength and dexterity. Enhancement, I think. Wood from Knut. Wood for weapon crafting and heavy branches. Resources from Odgar. Iron nug, coal, silver, or nug. This is from Pablo. Very heavy, almost like a decent weapon. I started to bridge heavy and almost. You know, very almost like a decent weapon. In it, we get the Pride of Archolos. I already have one of those. Yeah. Rita's supplies. Wine, perennial wine, Nordmarian wine, grapes, and pumpkins. From Rupert. Noodles with goblin berries, bread from dragon root, boar stew and wine. Dude, Rupert came through. Meat from Slogger. Raw troll meat, shadow beast, bug, rat, boar, sheep, morat, scavenger, whatever. Couldn't read all that. Package from Tangrel, should be magic scrolls. Large firestorm, fire wave, holy light, greater healing, holy arrow, destroy evil, something or other. Beer from Tomaz. We got Dark Paladin, the first bottle of Dark Paladin. That might be a permanent stat item. From Valerio, we have wine, red Valerio, grape, apple, raspberry. Zachary's fish box gives me openable shell, very fat fish, river Myrt. Alright. Very fat fish. Gold nug. Gold nugs. Gold pieces. Gold nug.
Nic tu nie ma.
Nothing. Well, those are pretty good. How about if you stop glitching out on the chest? Trying to find the openable shell. Here they are. Give me a black pearl. Black pearl.
Nic tu nie ma.
Black pearl. Oh, well, I got a pearl. That's something. And a bunch of spell scrolls. Okay, none of this is anything I really care about. Pride of Archolos. It would sell for some money, at least, if I had a use for money. But I got a bunch of food. The first bottle of Dark Paladin. Gives 10 maximum health. Why not? Thank you, Tomas. Noodles with gobo berries. I don't really need dexterity, so why don't I leave that for a possible healing solution. Fish fillet with king sorrel gives 15 maximum health. And I think secretly it gives you a full heal. I can always use strength, so why don't I eat that now? Oh boy. I do kind of want to eat this because that's an extra 27 weapon protection and health.
Rozumiem.
Seems like all the recipes I got were already known to me. So now that I have all of the food, I will leave you all to hang out by yourselves back here. Oh, there's a journal page, day 1. That's good to have. I'm still missing day 3. So journal page 1. About time we are inside. One more night spent near those wolves and I wouldn't sleep a wink. The grand hall is larger than we expected. Could easily store that royal galleon I saw in the harbor. Pity that we found no chests of gold on the doorstep. So Venus and I scouted the area. It's dark and bloody, wet everywhere we go. I don't know how I managed to light this torch. Yours is more clever, though. She used a spell she bought on the market. That noise is really loud. And Karen went on his own way, as he always does. I hope he won't get himself into trouble. For now, I see shit, but in time, our eyes should adjust to the darkness. We set up camp near some statues tomorrow. Things should be better. So that makes me think that there's... I didn't notice these before. It makes me think that there's supposed to be a diary page 3 in one of these rooms that I have missed. Is this another dude? Another guy who can barely damage me. Suppose it's possible that it could be further behind the cleared rubble, or the blocked rubble that's blocking the other half of the room. Well, there's just no light in here. Did I miss a torch? Yes, I did. I'm hearing magic. And actually, this looks like a door. You can kind of see the recessed lines. If this were a Zelda game and you poked it with your sword, it would sound hollow. So how does one open that? Is a teleport circle, possibly? It might be the purple kind that will warp me somewhere. Oh, it's a wisp. Herbal manuscript. How can I hit the wisp? I was about to rush in there and then I thought better, because I was like, what if there isn't a switch on the other side of that door? Can I even hit a wisp with a ranged weapon? Does it have to be magic? Because, like, it's not coming down and the crossbow is not working. Herbal manuscript. I wouldn't be me if, in such a fascinating place, I didn't do some superficial research into the properties of the local soil. The results, however, exceeded my wildest expectations. Although I don't see any plants in the area, the soil at Wolfzaka allows a variety of plants to grow, including the extremely demanding healing root, and out of the sunlight. In less than a month, I have grown quite a sizable bush that would normally take as long as 6 months. If only I had more time, I would certainly devote it to more extensive research on the subject. I have to hope that future generations will find a way to grow plants under similar conditions. T. Alright, so do I have an excess of basic spell scrolls I could fling at it? Like, can I throw an ice arrow at this and see if that'll do anything? Oh, I don't know. Certainly didn't react to an ice arrow. Then again, the ice arrow doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But it didn't do any damage. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the wisp is just a is just there to be a subtle sound effect cue. Whoops. I meant to try to check this guy's corpse because I think I looted it, but I'm not sure. Here we are. Shining sword, 260. That's pretty good damage. That's the best one I've seen yet. The sword is characterized by an extraordinary luster. Alright, so what's through here? Cannot loot the bookshelves. I see you over there. I'm gonna kill you, Skelly Mage. And your undead Skellies, and your Skelly Warriors. And whatever crazy shenanigans start happening afterward. Elixir of Mana Enhancement. Magic Knowledge, the 4th Circle, Volume 1. That sounds familiar. Secret of Power, Volume 1. Secret of Power, Volume 2. Here we are. Journal. Journal page, day 3. So why don't I check what I just picked up. Secret of Power, Volume 1. Partially scorched book dealing with the peculiar platforms written by Mage Ibeus. The last volume, so there's only 2 of them. And then I've got... Let me reread all of these in order, just for the hell of it. About time we are inside. One more night spent in those near those walls, and I wouldn't sleep a wink. Grand Hall is larger than we expected. I could easily store that royal galleon I saw in the harbor. Pity that we found no chest of gold on the doorstep. Savinus and I scouted the area. It's dark and bloody wet everywhere we go. I don't know how I managed to light this torch. Yours was more clever, though. She used as well as she brought from the market. Karen went his own way, as he always does. I hope he doesn't get himself into trouble. For now, I see shit, but in time our eyes should be able to adjust the darkness. We set up camp near the statues. Tomorrow, things should be better. The next day. I slept surprisingly well, and luckily those nightmares haunted me no more. All my bones are hurting, though. In time, I will have to get used to this cold. We had some miserable mush for breakfast. The locals call it a fisherman's cauldron. I don't know what the innkeeper added into his pot, but on Corinus they serve better food than in this rat hole. Savinus said some bullshit that the statues were placed differently yesterday. The guy is afraid, but it's no wonder why. He stood behind the counter and sold trash for most of his life. Karen picked up all the snares he set up over the night. It looks like not even rats live here. On one hand, it can be a good thing. On the other, we have to save provisions for the journey home. Day 3, new entry. Had it not been for Yoris, we would be walking in circles another day or a night. Who knows what time we have right now? The girl went through several pages of this old book and led us to the library. It made a big impression on her and Karen, but I would rather see in my bag something more than a few coins and a rusty chalice. We stopped here for a while. The dry wood supplies are about to end, so Karen burned some of those old books instead. Yoris complained about it, but we couldn't read anything from them anyway. Things are getting worse with Savinus. He's talking nonsense about some shadows and keeps walking from one room to another. Just in case, I took from him the key to the fortress. I'd better keep an eye on it. Day 4, finally fortune smiled on us. One of the corridors led us to a chest full of trinkets. I had a fight with Karen. The guy demanded an additional reward for showing us the direction to the treasure chamber. You forgot, though, that it was me who found this place. I made sure that each of us got equally rewarded. I took a golden sword and a dagger. Yoris got a chest with crystals and some scrolls, and Karen grabbed a belt, a necklace, and some rings. There are 2 bags of gold left for Savinus, but he disappeared somewhere, not that it surprises me much. Day 5, we found Savinus, or should I say whatever's left of him. What could have happened to this poor fellow? Yoris thinks that Karen got rid of him and wanted to take his share of the treasure, but I don't believe that. I didn't let him out of my sight. I've been telling Savinus to be careful on the way back from the town. Maybe someone followed him? We buried him and went to one of the further chambers where we set up another camp. Everyone's sad and tired, but we can't give up now. Yoris says she knows the way to the tomb, but all she does is stare at those books. I hope she comes up with something smart. Karen set up snares and lit torches for the night. I told him to take a rest. I will stand on watch tonight. There's no chance I'll get any sleep after all this. Is that statue staring at me, or am I going crazy? That's another teleport ring that I almost stepped in. Diagram. Pure Ore Magic Blade does 220 damage. Ooh boy. That sounds nice. Elixir Strength known. The Scribe's Book. While many pages in this age-old book are missing, the writing is remarkably clear. Ancient Spear, 2-handed dex weapon, Dust Devil. Book stand, magic ore crossbow. Pretty cool if I had the ability to make bows. And if I used crossbows. Oh, that one's got nothing on it. Spirit elixir, summon wolf. Work of the Wise, Volume 2, Daenerys. Water Fist. Kind of cool. Blue Eagle. Ice Arrow. Don't step in the thing. Ah. The Crusher. 2-handed strength weapon. Pretty good damage. Elixir of Dexterity. Heal medium wounds. Mana regen. Heal heavy wounds. Work of the Wise, Volume 1. Sailor of Storms, 1-handed dexterity. Ice Lance. Health regen, light. I can't light these candelabras. And I already looted that one. Okay, so... Pure Ore Magic Blade is going to do 220, which is a lot more than what I am currently using. That needs Heart of a Gargoyle, which I don't have. But iron, an ore, Heart of a Stone Golem, and Troll Skin I can do. The Crusher. That does 240 plus 25 armor piercing, which is pretty cool. That one needs 2 Hearts of Gargoyle. The Ancient Spear. Shadow Beast Horn, Troll Skin. Part of a Fire Golem? I don't have one of those. Maybe I will run into those later. Sailor Storms, 1-handed dex. This needs... I can make that. I got all that. Not that I would want to use it, but It's the only one that doesn't need a gargoyle or
Rozumiem.
fire or whatever.
Rozumiem.
Okay, now I gotta find 3 books. Secret of Power. I gotta read 4 books. 5 books, excuse me. So let me read here. I get some drink before I take this. So just as I once came to the island with Master Periandez, I had to make another pilgrimage after his death. The seed of doubt was planted deep in my heart, and after certain revelations on the swamps, it sprouted. Though I no longer can call myself an archmage for the sake of the monastery, I shall keep the truth of what I saw there to myself. But my journey was not solely due to a crisis of faith. After all, the current residents of Archolos were not its first, as evidenced by the remarkable structures in the southern marshes. During many weeks I spent traveling, I proved that these ruins are similar in appearance to certain elements of the fortress in the northwest. The resemblance can be found especially regarding the foundations. It could be true that the stronghold was built many years, if not centuries, before Wolfsack. But why, in the end, did the swamp folk abandon their plans or to expand the structure? One can assume that the warrior-like people of Archolos simply forced settlers back to the swamp and carried on the work in their own fashion. +2 mana. The fortress is truly a place like no other on the island, and I don't just mean the dizzying colonnades and vaults that form a unity with the cave complex. Inside the fortress I encountered a peculiar aura that inexplicably stimulates my senses. Whatever the purpose for which the original inhabitants of Archolos erected the foundations of the fortress, perhaps they felt the same as I felt as I strolled through the endless underground corridors. With the permission of the guards, I set up my study in one of the rooms. Now it resembles a library, but I hope that in time I will bring here my tools for further research. The Great Hall, together with catacombs, proved the undoubted craftsmanship of their builders. If the water mages had arrived on the island earlier, I would assume that they had helped erect this impressive work. If the water mages had arrived earlier on the island, I would assume that they helped erect this impressive work. The stone pedestals also seem intriguing, although today their purpose remains unknown. It is possible that they once served as the focus of great magical power. Perhaps my former brother, Ibeus, could shed more light on them. Well, I have books by Ibeus, so why don't I read... or Ibeus? I don't know. Why don't I read these? Secret of Power. So from the author Ibeus, although I have traveled the length and breadth of this land, and it would seem no more surprises in it, I still find places that inspire me to do research. One of them is a stronghold in the west of the island called Vardal. Indeed, a specific aura can be felt in this place. I am also certain that the people who once erected its foundations had some higher purpose, a purpose I'm still trying to understand. Though the guards from the tomb of their ruler, even for a step, I managed to get permission from their commander to conduct further research. I also had a chance to catch a glimpse of the oval platforms Teneris mentioned. They resemble the platforms I saw on the islands of Corinus and Laran. All I had to do was touch the surface of this one here, and I felt a powerful vortex of energy flowing through it. Oval platforms. All indications are that the magic that has somehow been accumulated has a limited charge. The question now is, can this charge be re-injected into them? What were these strange platforms used for? Indeed, how little we still know about the secret of the greatest gifts of the gods. So I'm trying to think about what a circular magic platform on Corinus would be. Not circular, ovular. What is an ovular platform? The only thing that comes to mind are the teleporter pads that were added in Night of the Raven, or that were used as like original focus stone sites in Gothic 1. Mana +2. It seems that the purpose of the platforms was to transport objects and people from one place to another. Okay. Sounds good. Archmage Parianda said that the magic of teleportation is one of the least stable. Bending time and space is a fascinating subject to which I will devote my following years. Although platforms follow a predefined system, I wonder if this connection can be separated in some way. Perhaps the ability to teleport is bound not to artificially created platforms, but also to places where this power is concentrated. One such place lies south of Vardal, and the other is in the Chapel of Adanos in the Silver River Basin. Okay. I've come up with a theory that the places of power are located in places of significance to the people who once inhabited them. These can be both locations of happy celebrations and those of great tragedies. While the High Council looks on my research with doubt, I have no intention of stopping what I have started. I have to create appropriate runes to assign to the various places of power. Archmage Modares would know plenty about them. Unfortunately, the Lord had a different plan for him. This guy created the teleport runes that we have been using this whole game. That's kind of interesting. So who knows what's in here? Entry 4, we have repelled another assault. Glory to Yarund. Glory to Wolfzak. The brave hearts of our warriors are filled with joy and will to fight. Their swords must be led by ancestors indeed. Even I, a mere scribe, can feel their presence. Entry 17, last night, the wolf howl proved its use once more, decimating enemy ranks. Commander Vardek said that our provisions shall suffice for a half-year of siege. It is more than enough for Yarn to help us. I can hear the drums again. They are coming. Entry 20. Woe to us! Did ancestors themselves mock us? At the moment the king's soldiers fell back from the gate, the sky bled, spitting out ribbons of fire. The flames poured out on the walls, melting them and turning people to ash. Entry 26. How can fire undo stone? What foul spells has our enemy at hand? The flames already engulfed the courtyard and broke into the great hall. We are trying to put out the fire, but I see no hope. I barely can breathe anymore. So hot. It's so hot here. Somewhat intriguing. Well, the time has come to step into this one, which does not immediately teleport me. This one has the little glowing light on it. This one does not have the glowing light. But then when you step on it, the purple flames come out. Too far away to navigate. Too far, something circle. Too far to... I can't read whatever that's saying. So this one, I guess he was experimenting with creating a portal. Or that one needs to be activated somehow through some means before it would take me anywhere else. That's pretty cool though that I found that. Oh, we got a skeleton assassin. You are not being very sneaky. I see you. Yeah, come at me.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Nothing to be had there. How long has this session been going? An hour and 25 minutes. I have to guess that at some point these are going to come to life. And then I'll get stone golem or stone gargoyle hearts. So far, it seems like my only option right now is to get Duster to try to clear out a passage. Maybe I can talk to Riordan about any of this stuff. Oh, that was a little scary. Forged masterful weapons. Crusher looks pretty cool. Pure ore magic blade. It's a little bit generic looking. It's not a bad look per se, but I've got a bad feeling like the length of the blade, it kind of looks like it's going to be short. But for the amount of damage it does, sure. I just need to get a heart of a gargoyle. And this one, Sailor of Storms. Ooh, that would be lovely if I had dexterity to use it. Hey, Riordian. I came across a riddle, possibly.
Natrafiłem na jakąś zagadkę.
I guess not. I really just wanted to ask him about the teleport pad that has the demonic flames under it.
Hej, ty!
Are you? Yeah, okay. I was assuming I'd have to open these as separate people, but...
Natrafiłem na pomieszczenie pełne głazów. Wygląda jak spiżarnia. Możliwe, że znajdziemy tam jakąś drogę na skróty.
Niestety, nie mamy nawet co marzyć o wysadzeniu tego gruzowiska. Po ostatnim trzęsieniu nie możemy ryzykować. Będziemy musieli pomachać kilofami. Wezmę jednego z naszych i sprawdzimy to miejsce. Zajrzyj tam do nas za jakiś czas.
So Nibble is going that way. Varen does not allow me to ask him anything. Miro hangs out. Kessel knows nothing else. So I wonder what they mean by some time. If I'm supposed to rest in a bed? I don't really have anything else to do in this area other than wait for you guys to clear boulders.
Hey.
You guys got any thoughts on this situation?
Jak znosisz przebywanie w tym przeklętym miejscu?
Byle tylko nic nas już nie próbowało tu zabić. A jakoś sobie damy radę.
Got a bad feeling like you're gonna die as soon as this place gets opened. Like you're gonna clear enough boulders and there's gonna be skeletons that murder you. Are you... teach me about my name?
Wymagasz ode mnie więcej?
That's fine. Didn't want to get anything anyway. Oh, my fitness watch is telling me that my stress level increased recently. I wonder why that would be. Is it because I'm in a scary tomb? The climax of a 140-hour video game? My in-game saves are saying 130, but, you know, it's been a lot more than that. The homeboy here died, thinking that a statue was staring at him. So, I would... What? It's time to see how Duster performs in the pantry. Oh, that was quick. I was thinking, like, it would make sense if one of those statues had some sort of secret mechanism. Okay. What happened?
Dorwały nas! Pojawiły się znikąd!
Spokojnie, Duster, powiedz, co się stało.
Rozkopaliśmy kawałek tego gruzowiska i zobaczyliśmy tylko litą skałę. Wydałem polecenie powrotu do obozu, odwróciłem się, żeby spojrzeć jeszcze raz, czy czegoś nie przegapiliśmy. A on już nie żył! Rozumiesz? Zabili go! Pojawili się znikąd. Nie mogłem nic zrobić.
Yeah, figures. How's your
Jak morale?
Daj znać, gdybyś znalazł jakieś miejsce, przez które możemy się przekopać.
Yeah, are you sure you want to be that eager for that after one guy has died already? Duster and one of the miners were attacked while checking the pantry. I need to check it out. I'm assuming that Miro has died, or Nibble, or whoever it was. We've lost another member of the expedition. These ruins seem more and more dangerous with every step. I should get back to Duster. I hope this isn't going to be an either-or situation. So now we've only got one miner left.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Poor Nibble has bought the farm. So that means if I send Miro over here, like, what if he can't get it done? I got rid of the skeletons.
Pozbyłem się szkieletów.
Czyli facet nie żyje? Nie udało ci się go uratować? Cholera! Ledwo dostałem ludzi pod swoje dowództwo, a już kogoś straciłem! Zróbmy co trzeba i jak najszybciej się stąd wynośmy. Nie chcę oglądać śmierci kolejnej niewinnej osoby. Gdybyś mnie potrzebował, będę czekał w obozie.
Yeah, because, like, what if I send Miro to clear out the training room, and then Miro dies? Like, then can I get into either one of those rooms? I hope this is not an either-or situation. I should have saved before sending him to clear a thing.
Hej!
Because if we're talking purely practical terms, I would want to be getting into the training room where I would think there'd be, like, weapons. More so than the pantry. Alright, Duster. We gotta try to open...
Znalazłem jakąś zawaloną salę
Collapse training
treningową.
room.
Może znajdziemy tam coś, co pomoże przedrzeć się w głąb twierdzy.
Nie zamierzam ryzykować życia kolejnego górnika. Tym razem idziesz z nami i będziesz osłaniał nasze plecy.
Prowadź.
Maybe I accidentally did it right. Oh no, he doesn't have a weapon. Miro!
Nic tu nie ma. Ej, ty.
I do have... Oh, I can't give him potions. Alright. Are you just patrolling aggressively or what? Thank you.
Nie ma czego plądrować. Hej, ty! Jak morale?
Ciągle żyjemy, więc jest nieźle. A chciałbym już być na zewnątrz, z kieszeniami wypchanymi tutejszymi skarbami.
Hej, ty! Jak morale?
Nie najgorsze. Wydrążenie tych...
Nie ma czego plądrować.
Like they really want me to leave. I don't want to leave these guys. I don't trust them to not get themselves killed. Skeleton warrior. See how bad my aim with this crossbow is? Hey, I got a hit.
znajdę.
So y'all got no progress. No one has died, so that's good. I'll check out how Duster manages in the training room. That's kind of illogical that I would leave them. The whole point was to protect them. It should have just been you stand there and you wait, and like every 15 seconds or 30 seconds after a fight, another wave of monsters spawns, and then you fight them off. And then the dialogue just triggers, and then the thing opens.
Udało nam się przekopać przejście do niższego poziomu. Gdy tylko odpadły pierwsze głazy, poczuliśmy straszliwy smród. Może to było tylko echo, ale słyszałem też jakieś podejrzane odgłosy. Jeśli zamierzasz to sprawdzić, to zalecam ostrożność.
Dzięki, będę ostrożny. Możecie wracać do obozu.
So, is there any chance I can get y'all to open up the other passage, or is it just out of commission forever? Tomb Guardian. He might have hit me for some damage. Sarcophagus. I guess I just opened the sarcophagus. Sarcophagi. Wood for weapon crafting and a guard sword. Well, what do you know? Just happen to have needed another one of those. Wood for weapon crafting, mana elixir, rusty sword of Wolfson, and War Circle Volume 2. I could stab that other pedestal, but I don't want to just yet. Can I ask about clearing the other location?
Hey.
I cannot. That's curious. No riddles, apparently. I talked to Stone about any of these recipes.
Hey.
Like, no, okay, he doesn't know anything. So let's see what happens when I put the second sword in the pedestal. Door commence opening. No gargoyles springing to life to ambush me. We have a Gothic 1 switch. The next room is much smaller. In the middle of the room, I see a stone pedestal. Maybe it will open a further passage. Don't see any spikes that could fall on my head. I don't see any spikes that could come up from the bottom. So it seems like this would just open one of these pentagonal doors. It didn't lock me out, or lock me in. Oh my word. This could be a puzzle to navigate. So what if this door closes behind me? See, I knew it. Well, let me drop torch there to indicate the way I came in. I hope those torches don't despawn, by the way, because I'm kind of relying on them to tell me where I am coming from and how to get back. The winch. So that opens up something. The activation of this... Had this still sounded different from the others, I think I've opened some big gates. That's where I came from. Where does this one... This one just leads... Well... Leads into a much deeper area, is where it leads. Roll. Come at me, brosifs. Quit blocking all of my attacks. Even these guys are doing minimal damage. Wow, it's like I need to be... Even if I were to take those troll spell, those troll whatever, earth aloe soups, I would still... It would be overkill. I'd still be taking the same 5 points of damage. Like I would need to have super strong enemies at this point to really even break my armor threshold.
Nic tu nie ma. Nie ma czego plądrować. Niczego tu nie znajdę. Niczego tu nie znajdę. Nie ma czego tu nie znajdę. Nic tu nie ma.
Okay, so we've got the sarcophagi. The platform way up there that I can't get to. Strongman's belt. That's cool. I was considering buying one of those. So it's neat to have it. Really, you want me on the other side? Mage rings, fourth circle of magic. Heart of a stone golem. Transform into meat bug. They don't want me to transform a meat bug out of here, do they? I assumed that that lever on the wall would open the gate. Journal, page 6. That's exciting. Dead. Walking dead. Yesterday they stormed our camp when I took a nap. Torches did their job, but 10 more of them came. Yoris got wounded and it doesn't look good. We have to get the shit out to another chamber. This guy likes to use the S word a lot. Those bastards don't give up, but Karen holds the door. Yoris wants me to use a healing spell on her, but I have no bloody clue how to do it. It was a mistake to come here. Now we're all going to die like a bunch of losers, and nobody will even know about it. So that did, in fact, open the other door. And still nothing with these guys. Alright, so this one... Who knows if this does anything? So we have looped back in a circle. So is this going to open and close the others? Okay. Now we're back this way. So let me just double check. This one leads right back to the entrance. That one's the tomb. This one had the winch. So if I were to open... How many torches do I have? Like, I can afford to just drop these, right? Because I've got like hundreds of them. $74, that's probably enough. So this one will open this one, which is effectively, because the entrance is 2 rooms back that way, and now with this one we opened up something. This guy wants to say hello. Somebody else drew a weapon. Well, I think the assassin did in fact do some damage. But I want to know what's in the other route. So I kind of put my torch under the whatchamacallit, right under the door. So over here we have... What exactly? Oh, alright, that one doesn't open. Another winch. So does this open something different? I came across something like a stone balcony. It's too high for me to climb. I'll talk to Varen. Maybe his men can build some kind of ladder quickly. Oh, okay. I forgot that I could do that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. Are these one-way? They are. So I should not have clicked that. For some reason, it's not letting me backtrack. Man, I knew I should have saved before I came into these rooms. I've reached the center of the throne room. A large skeleton rests here. Unlike the rest of the dead here, it is surprisingly motionless. Interesting. It's getting a little late in this playthrough. I want to take a break. But I'm like so deep in this that I'm like, I don't want to get lost and disoriented. So he's got clue to that. But what's the orientation? Like, am I mirroring this, or am I translating it directly? What does this winch do? And what's all this over here? Oh, I noticed it just a second too late. Alright, well, I definitely don't want to have to replay all of that. So I will try to cheat. I hope there's a way I can lower that. Might have screwed myself. I might have to Marvin my way. Okay, there it goes. Let's see if this will lower the spikes. That sounds like something was opening up on the left. Passage to the next room has a floor line with traps. Maybe there's a switch somewhere on the other side. I can also hit someone from the camp. Maybe Marcus will know what to do. Yeah, Marvin, it would have been helpful to tell me about that before I stepped on it. Shoot the bear in the head. I don't have any confidence that I'm hitting this thing.
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Well, I kind of wish I had brought Marcus just to see what he would say. Now that's what I call, finally, a decent crossbow. So what, is there a demon spawned somewhere now?
Nic tu nie ma.
I guess this bear head is what turned off the spike trap. But I didn't get like a clicking switch sound or anything, so I was like, I really don't know if this thing is turning it off or not. There's some rum. And grog.
Nie ma czego plądrować.
Nothing to plunder. There are no hidden switches anywhere in this room. Nothing that I can interact with to reveal any more secret passages. Alright, get out of treasure chest, please. Thank you. So, okay, good. Reclaim my torches. Alright. So I would guess that I need to step on these platforms to activate this pattern above his head, but I just don't know what it wants me to do. If that top gem is considered this one, like as if you're looking at it from here, in which case it would be these two in the bottom center. What does this say? Tiles on the floor seem to activate some mechanism, but as soon as I step off of them, everything goes quiet. Maybe I need to activate several at once. Guess with no choice but to go back to the camp and get someone to help. Interesting. We got like Legend of Zelda puzzles. Alright. So I need help to build a platform up to the high ledge. I need help to stand on those. This leads, what, to the high ledge? Oh no, this leads into a place I haven't been yet. Got levers and switches on walls. I can't see. Oh, I didn't even see you over there. I know. I would guess here that if I pull the levers on those walls, I'll open each corresponding door. Remains to be seen if there's any incentive
czego
to
plądrować.
open one over another, or if I just open them all to see what's behind them. Well, it's getting late on this session. I need to take a break. And this seems like a reasonable spot to end it. So I'll take a break here and then come back and fiddle with these doors here, or try to explore any other additional passages through those square platform rooms.